Alright folks, this is Zero, and I have some news for you, some channel updates if you will. And it's going to be tied into a very short topic about hype.
Control.
Oh my god, the hype train, why people complain about it. But whatever, first let's talk about a little bit of news. I'm going to be trying to schedule the release of my videos from now on, that way it's a little bit more reliable, that you guys know exactly when you can watch one of my videos. And that schedule is I'm going to attempt to have a video 7 days a week. I may not always be able to get them out 7 days a week, but I'm going to try my best. But the major point is that I'm going to try to have them all come out around the same time. And that's about noon Eastern Standard Time. And there will be random videos like this one that'll pop up all over the place. Doesn't really matter what time. It's just when I happen to be able to make them, I finish them and upload them immediately. I also have a new series I'm going to start doing, and it's because of this hype stuff that people keep complaining about. People have been complaining a lot about overhyped games and blah, 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 blah. And I seem to be immune to all this hype. And so I figured a good series to start up would be not a review series, but sort of a... I plan on calling it something like Will I Buy? Right? And it's not a review. It's going to be a really short video that explains my thought process, and that thought process might seem kinda silly or insane sometimes, because that is my brain, and you will get to see into my brain and why I decide to buy or not buy a game. For instance, the 3 overhyped games this year were... Well, yeah, let's get into that topic. Let's get into that topic of overhyped games and why games are overhyped, and you'll understand why I decided to make this series. So, the 3 major games that people claimed were overhyped this year were Titanfall, Watch Dogs, and Destiny. Now, there's 3, coincidentally, there tends to be 3 types of overhype. The most common type of overhype is the one where successful advertising has convinced many people to buy the game without doing any research. They get the game and they have buyer's remorse. Now, this is the prime reason why I'm going to be doing this video series, because I'm immune to that. I did not buy Watch Dogs. I did not buy Titanfall. I did buy Destiny. And I bought Destiny last minute, and I have not regretted my purchase. I'm still enjoying Destiny, but that's because I never rode that hype train. I had a much lower expectation of Destiny than everyone else, so I've been pleasantly surprised by that game. Now, people complain a lot. Oh, this game was overhyped. That game was overhyped. And I really don't have any love for any of these people who are complaining about all these overhyped games, because it's their fault. It's going to be a wildly unpopular opinion, but yes, it's not even really an opinion. It really is their fault. For the first type of overhyped games, the only person's fault it is the person who bought the game. You bought into the hype, it's your fault. It's not the game developer. The game developer did not falsely advertise the game. They made some really good advertisements, and you bought into the crap. It's your fault. Nobody else's. You need to accept that and move on. The second type of overhyped game is the one where people are claiming the game's overhyped when they've never played it. They say, oh, the game's very popular amongst all these other people, but those people are stupid. I've never played it. Or I played it, but only for a couple of minutes and I thought it was horrible. Those types of people should just be ignored because their opinion is meaningless. If they're not playing the game and they don't like the game, then why are they talking about the game? Shut up and move on. A lot of those people also tend to be jealous. The vast majority of those people, from my experience on the internet, tend to be people who can't have access to the game or can't buy it on the platform that they wish. For instance, Destiny. A lot of PC users who do not like consoles really complain about Destiny. If you check out all these review channels, if they're primarily PC based, you'll notice that they gave the Destiny game a bad score or talked badly about it. That's because they're biased, and that's alright, that's perfectly fine, they're welcome to be biased. I'm not complaining about them being biased, but their opinion is meaningless because they don't own the game, they're not actively playing the game. Well, untrue. Their opinion is only meaningful towards like-minded people, and that's perfectly fine. The next thing I'd like to talk about is the third type, and this is the type where it lies solely on the fault of the developer when this type of overhyped game comes out. This is the rarest type of overhyped game, and Well, it's not super rare. It's starting to become a little bit more common. In fact, one of the 3 games that were overhyped this year fall under this category, and that's false advertising. That would be Watch Dogs, of course. Watch Dogs falsely advertised its game, and they did not deserve all the pre-orders and all that stuff they got. But the information was still out there. You could see that the game was downgraded. It wasn't some kind of visual masterpiece. Even on the PC with like 2 Titans, it looked like poop. And that's because of a thing called product parity. It exists, it's a real thing. Some people still, for some reason, don't know about it and don't believe it. But any kind of AAA developer will make their game able to be about the same on no matter what platform you play it on. The only real difference nowadays is graphics, and even then, they push that. I personally hate product parity. I think it's one of the problems with gaming and innovation nowadays, which is one of the reasons why I love indie developers and indie games. Because indie developers, for instance, let's look at Minecraft, old Minecraft. If you look at Minecraft on PC, when it was finally put on console, it was nothing like PC. It's a crappy version of it. And look at how Minecraft looks. Look how crappy that game is. And look how many extra features exist on the PC versus the console. That's what happens when you make a game that does not have real product parity. But I digress. The real issue here is the false advertising, and it's disgusting. Like that Aliens game that they made, all kinds of stuff like that, that is disgusting. And that it is solely the responsibility of the developer. Not solely, there's a tiny bit on the consumer, because most of the time, if you would have waited at least one day, you would have seen that the game was falsely advertised, and you wouldn't have bought into the crap. So that's why we'll be doing this Will I Buy It series. And this series is going to explain my thought processes behind the purchase or not purchasing of major titles. And sometimes it will be simply, I just can't afford it right now, but I would like to purchase it. And I truly am immune to the hype. It's one thing, I've never been on the hype train. There will be some games that I purchase without any research, and that's because I've always loved those games, and I will continue to purchase those games even if they become bad for quite some time. But if I make a will I purchase this game, I'll let people know right up front that it doesn't matter what this game is, I'm going to purchase it. A game like that, for instance, would be Metal Gear Solid game. If a Metal Gear Solid game comes out, I'm gonna buy it and I'm gonna play it. Period. I don't care. I don't care. Oh, and lastly, one of the things I want to talk about is the giveaway that I was doing. Sorry it took me so long to get back to this. I actually forgot, and I'm going to have to figure out another way to do this other than just over Twitter with retweets, because it was too hard to keep track of that. And it was weird. I did go over it, I did look back, and I did pick a person. Well, not pick a person, use a random number generator to pick a person. But I'm going to do some more thinking, and I'm going to try to figure out a better way of doing this giveaway stuff. I do want to involve Twitter in some way, but I don't know if just retweeting is good enough. But anyways, the winner of the free copy of Chivalry is the Potato. That's an interesting name. But yes, just go ahead and I'm going to send you a private message over Twitter. And you just go ahead and message me back with your Steam information, and we'll get you that copy of Chivalry. Anyways, look forward to that new series. Well, I'll go over most of the popular games. I'm planning on doing this for most of the popular games. Don't worry about some embargo or something like that, because I'm not reviewing the game itself. What I'm reviewing is the hype, is the advertising, is the information and the things that they've given me that I've analyzed. Because trust me, I am a very well-informed buyer. I spend a lot of time deciding what I will and will not purchase when it comes to gaming. I make very few impulse purchases unless it's on Steam for like $1. Yeah, then I purchase a lot of stuff like that. But anyways, this is Xeric, and I'm out.
Zone A neutralized. Zone A secure. Zone B lost. Enemy captured Zone B. You neutralized Zone B. Heavy ammo on the way. Zone B secure. Heavy ammo available. Zone C neutralized. Zone C secure. Zone B lost. Zone A lost. Enemy captured Zone A. "30 seconds and counting. You neutralized Zone A. You captured Zone A. Zone B secure. All zones held. You have total control. 10 seconds remaining. Zone A lost. Ha ha! More efforts like that and we might just win.